Hey folks, it's your girl here, Tanisha, at workwithtanisha.com. So this week I've been talking about some touchy subjects, on, things that no one else wants to talk about. Like I talked about foster care, and I talked about kids being in foster care and, having foster parents and, growing up being hurt, broken, and not trusting, feeling abandoned. But this is another touchy subject, guys. There are so many faggot homosexual pastors. Now, I grew up in the church. I don't know if I was growing up and the pastor was gay or not. But as I became a teenager, right, I saw that there were pastors that were pastoring churches. They were gay, doing little boys, doing grown men, and they had other grown men as friends in the church too. So it was lesbians and faggots in the church. Okay? And what happened is that the church was not growing. Okay? So when you have lesbians and faggots in churches, guys, and the preacher is preaching the word of God, right? The church does not grow because the pastor, the head, is not growing. The head does not know that he's supposed to be with a woman and not a little boy, right? So it's a sad thing, guys, how people join churches and they're following faggot pastors, homosexual pastors, and they don't even know it. It's a sad thing, guys, right? This is a touchy subject that people don't talk about either. Because people go to churches and they have these faggot pastors. They got these lesbians in there. They got the pastor having little boys suck them off after the sermon. Guys, this is real stuff that really happens in the church. Right? So when I hear people say that, they don't want to go to church because of this and because of that, I understand that. I get that. Right? I get that. You don't have to go to church to be saved. You don't have to go to church to tithe. But you better get yourself wrapped up in the word in some type of way. Okay, I grew up in the church, right? I know about tithing. I know about giving. I know about, helping people. I pay my tithes all the time. One of my goals is to pay $3,000 in tithes a week. Okay, so I got to be making at least $100,000 a month to pay at least $3,000 a week in tithes. But when you have a pastor who the head is gay or the head is not right, the church is not going to be right. I've seen this firsthand where a pastor was gay or he was homo or whatever the case is. He brought all these homos in, and then people started leaving. People just started trickling down to the church. Literally got to like 5 members. Now, a church cannot survive off 5 members. Any business cannot survive only off 5 members. And when the church started, it was about 200 people. Now, that was a decent amount of people for the church to be, held up and take care of the pastor. But when the head ain't right, nothing else is right. Just like in my household, right? I'm the woman. I'm the head, right? So if I'm not right and I'm depressed, I'm stressed out, guess what? Now my whole household is going to be stressed out. Right? I'm be taking out on my husband and my kids, right? So the same way, guys, that's why you got to be careful who you follow. The same way, right? You're supposed to have somebody leading you to the promised land, leading you to God, leading you to the spiritual realm of things, and they're really not sending you there. They're actually digging you a hole for hell. So you got to be careful of who you follow. All these gay pastors and preachers and people, all in the church, they need to be delivered, baby. Delivered. Okay, they need to be delivered. Right? I don't have nothing against gay people. I have gay friends. I have nothing against lesbians. I know people who are lesbians. I don't have nothing against them. It's just these pastors, you need to know who you're following. Because the pastor can't save your soul because he can't even save his soul. And I don't care what nobody say. Oh, he's gay, he's in the church, and it's a right for a pastor to be gay and teaching people. No, it's not, honey. It is not cool for a pastor to be in the church and you a homophobe. Homo. And you're full blown too. Walking in there switching and shit. Walking in there with your little assistant, your little boyfriend, you call your son or your nephew, coming in behind you, getting head from him right after the service or before the service. Y'all going home, sleeping in the same bed together. See, God watches everything. So people can say whatever they want to say. But when God come, God gonna say, son or daughter, what did you actually do? Did you live up to my principles? Did you do what was right for the people? Did you do what was right in your life? God's not going to be worried about, your sexuality and all that, right? God going to say, what did you do? God already know your lifestyle. God already know what you did. God already know what you, what sins you committed in your life. People know right from wrong. Being gay is not right. People know that, right? It's God created man and woman. We on earth because of God, right? God created man and woman. So this is a touchy subject that people don't want to talk about. And this is why people go to church, and if they have these faggot homophobes as pastors, they can't grow either. They can't get past here because the pastor ain't even past here. See, I love my church. I go to Greater Allen Cathedral, Pastor Elaine Flake and Pastor Floyd Flake. Ain't no gayness about none of them. They straight real. They straight to the point. They about getting money and saving souls, baby. And that's what church is, right? Church is a business, so you got to make money. So when people say, oh, no, I'm not going to give money to the church, and guess what? That's on you. You want God to bless you, but you don't want to bless the church or the household that you go to. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. It don't make sense. So guys, that's a touchy subject. No one wants to talk about the faggot homos in the church that's preaching the word and leading people to hell. Because that's what's really happening. They're leading people to hell. This is why even for online marketing, a lot of people stay broke because they following a whole bunch of broke people. But you think they got money and they ain't even got a comma. Even one, just at least one comma in their bank account. They on negative commas. Come on, guys. You need to really figure out what you want in your life so that God can lead you to that purpose. Because God ain't going to lead you to no mess. God ain't going to lead you to somebody who can't do something for themselves. It's a reality. So guys, when you go to church, be careful of who you're following. Be careful of who you let lay hands on you. Be careful of who's prophesizing over your life. Because guess what? You can prophesize over your own life. I'm the head, not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. I'm the lender, not the borrower. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And any tongue that try to rise in judgment will be condemned. I'm blessed by God. I'm chosen by God. I'm protected by God. I'm blessed by God. I'm chosen by God. I'm protected by God. Anything I touch turns to gold. I'm happy. My husband's happy. My children are happy. I will earn $50,000 per month every single month. I don't need to go to church to prophesize that over my life. I can say it to myself and just believe that it will happen. Simple as that, guys. So that's a touchy subject no one wants to talk about, guys. So just remember, right? Just remember, guys. Right? If the head ain't right and the head don't have, their soul right, guys, nothing else will be right. So, guys, follow me on Periscope, Royalty, RYALTEA, and then follow me on Instagram, Millionaire Mom 83. I'm going to put my fan page, which is Tanisha Marie Internet Celebrity page, down below here, guys. Like that page, share it, see the type of content that I'm sharing, on it, guys, and just be careful of who you're allowing to lead your soul, because there's a lot of souls that's lost. Okay, there's a lot of souls that's lost, guys. Right? That's why we have to get right with ourselves, get right with God, get our household right, and now try to lead other people. This your girl, guys. Work with Tanisha.